What's happening, everyone? My name is Phil with PrecisionLED, and today we have a 2016 Land Rover LR4, or the Discovery, we'll be installing LED lights on. Now, this is a 2016 model, and that means this installation guide is compatible with year models 2009 through 2016. Today we're using a premium 5730 style LED conversion kit from PrecisionLED.com, and that includes 3 interior trim tools you'll see us using throughout the video. We have a fork-shaped wedge tool, serrated knife tool, as well as the pointed wedge tool. And this allows us to access safely the interior trim panels to get the lights in and out. Now today we're installing lights on our overhead front map lights, as well as the dome lights, the vanity mirror lights, the courtesy door lights on all 4 doors, the footwell lighting on both the driver's side and passenger side in the front, as well as our trunk lights, license plate lights, and the backup reverse lights. Let's go ahead and get started. We're looking here at the overhead map light, dome light here on the front of the vehicle. As you can see, we've already installed LEDs on our front dome and the passenger side map light. We're going to show you how to access this panel here to replace the driver's side. We're going to be using the flat end of our serrated knife tool. You're going to insert in here from the side and angle down, and that should bring the panel down. Once you have a portion of it out here, you want to come to the other side, do the same. There we go. Panel comes out. You now have access to all 3 bulbs, and this T10 style bulb you can just pull out with your finger here, and you'll be replacing it with one of these premium 5730 style bulbs. Now this is non-polarity specific, which means that you can put it in either orientation and it should still work. Once you've tested to make sure all the bulbs come back on, this panel simply goes back up and you push up. There we go. And it's back in place. We're looking now here at the vanity mirror lights on our driver's side. The installation process is the same for both the driver's side and passenger side. We've already installed an LED here on the right side. We're going to show you how to access and replace on the left side. Now we're going to use our pointed wedge tool here. It's going to insert right here in from the side where there's an indentation, and you just insert, and that's your lens. Now to get access and remove this halogen bulb, it's a little bit tricky, so we're going to use a small piece of tape to help us remove the bulb itself. What you want to do is slide the tape underneath and wrap it around, and that'll give you a little bit more leverage to pull this bulb out, just like that. Now the new LED bulb is a little bit longer, and it's difficult to just push it in directly from the side. So you want to come up from the bottom, or actually we'll come up from the top, and we'll come in from an angle to get the bulb in. There we go. Now this bulb is polarity specific, which means if it doesn't turn on, we have to take it out and flip it around and try it again. And there we have it. The panel goes on either way, this way or this way. Just insert it from one side and then push it, locks in place. We're looking now here at our courtesy door light here on the front driver's side door. This installation or this removal process is actually the same for all 4 doors. Again, we're going to use our serrated knife tool. We'll use the pointed edge right here, indentation right here, and you're going to push down, and that releases the panel. You now have access to the halogen bulb. It's hot because the door has been open for a while, so I'm using a pair of gloves. We're just going to pull that T10 out, and we're replacing it with the new LED. And in most cases, you'll need to close the door, then open it in order for the light to turn back on. We're looking now at the footwell light here. Now, to access and remove the panel, it's the same on both the driver's side and the passenger side. We're using the flat end here of our serrated knife tool. You'll see there's an indentation here. Just put it in and push down, and that releases the bulb. Now, because this light has been on, again, we're going to be using some gloves to take the bulb out, just because it's hot, and replacing it with one of our T10s here. And that's a really nice upgrade. Wire side goes in first, you push up, and that locks it back in place. And that's all. We're looking now at the trunk light here on the driver's side of the interior. And we're going to be using our flat end of our serrated knife tool. We're going to come in from the side here, opposite of the switch, and there's a slight indentation here that allows you to pop off the interior portion of this panel. You can then use your fingers just to remove the bulb, wiggle it out, and replace it with your new premium LED. You can go ahead and test that. It's nice and bright. Insert from the wire side first, remove the tool, and push up. The process is the same on the passenger side. We're looking now at the rear trunk light, the one in the center. And again, we're using the flat end of our serrated knife tool. There's an indentation here on the right side. You use that to pull down, and that gives you access to the bulb. Now, because this one's on, I'm using a pair of gloves just to remove it, because it's hot. And that's another T10 bulb that we'll be replacing here with our premium version. That one makes it really nice and bright. Wire side goes in first, and push up to lock it back in place. We're looking now at the license plate lights on the trunk lid. We're going to use the fat end here of our fork-shaped wedge tool. And as you can see, we already have an LED here on this side. I'm going to show you on this side. It's pretty simple. You're going to put the tool in here from the side where you see the indentation, and you're actually forcing the entire panel this way so that it comes back and lifts out. So we go in, we force it out just like that. Now you have to jiggle a little bit to get it out, but once you do, you have access right here. Twist it counterclockwise to unlock, and now you have access to the bulb. Remove that, and we're replacing it with one of our 50/50 style LEDs for license plate. Now before we go ahead and put everything back together, we'll go turn the lights on to make sure it works. Alright, we have the bulbs on. Take our panel back here, line up the plastic leads, and then turn clockwise to lock that back in place. Now when you're reinserting this assembly, you're making sure that this side here with the pressure clip goes in closer to the handle. And you want to make sure this side is in first, and then you can push down on this side to lock it in. You may want to use the tool here to help you force it over. There we go. And you're all set. Now to get access to remove the backup reverse light here, we're on the passenger side. The process is the same, driver side and passenger side. We do need a Phillips head screwdriver to remove a bolt here as well as here. For that, we're just using a cordless drill. So we'll take a look up here, remove this one. That's one. There we go. And now you should be able to remove this panel. It'll come out starting here from the top. And to help you get around here on these corners, we're going to use the flat end of our fork-shaped wedge tool. So you're going to run this tool around the sides, near the back here, and just help pry it forward. You hear the two snaps. Now, you have access to this panel. We're going to move the power wire here, just so we get some more space. And what we were removing were these two pins that had to come out. And this right here is your backup reverse light. Now the wiring is a little bit tricky, so you have to remove this bolt or this light at the bottom here as well. And that allows you to get this bolt out. And this is a 1156 style bulb. You have to push down and twist to get this bulb out. And then we'll replace it with our new 5730 style premium bulb. And this one's really bright. Bring it in, push down, and twist it into lock. And now, you can place this back inside. Once the leads are in, turn clockwise to lock back in. Do the same here. Alright. Now for our demonstration, we are putting this power connector back on, right here. And then when you put this whole panel back in, you want to make sure that the two pins right here line up first. And once you have it aligned, you're just pushing it back in. And now you can put your two screws back in and lock everything back down. Now that we have everything in place, let's go ahead and turn the vehicle on, put it in reverse, and see how they look. And that's the end of the installation. If you have any questions or concerns, please email us at help@precisionled.com, or you can reach us online and submit a support ticket at www.precisionled.com/contact. Now, like we said before, please like or subscribe if you enjoyed the video or enjoyed the process for what we do. It really does help us out when we make the next one, knowing that there's people out there watching the videos. Have a good one.